Okay, well, it sounds like my video did not complete, so I'm going to do the properties of logs using decimals. I'm going to do the 4 examples, and I will have this attached also to Monday of this week. So if you would look, I think you did see this part here. Let me get my pen. That we're going to use the decimals 0.65, 0.44, and 1.16 for log to the base 12 of 5, log to the base 12 of 3, and log to the base 12 of 18. Well, if you look at the first example, it has 5 over 3. So you are going to look for 3 numbers. We're going to use 12, 5, and the 12 it repeats here, and 3. So we're going to use 12s, 5s, and 3s, and you're going to use multiply, divide, or we're going to use exponents, that's an E, exponents, to come up with 5/3. In example B, we're going to come up with the 7/5, and then we have a couple examples on the last side. So I've got a little bit of problem here. Let's change this. Okay, so the first one we have 5 and 3, which are actually numbers, one of these 3 numbers, 5 and 3. So we're going to use a combination, but we have a division sign, and if you remember, division means subtraction. So we're going to split it, log to base 12 of 5 minus log to base 12 of 3. And both of these are up above in our examples up here at the top. So we're going to substitute 0.65 minus 0.44. So if we put that in our calculator, 0.65 minus 0.44, we should get 0.21, and that is the answer for example A. Okay, a little bit different, but you're using properties to expand. So now we got 75, so we have to use 5s, 12s, and 3s to somehow get a 75. Well, 12 does not go into 75 at all. But 5 times 5, which is 25, times 3 does give me 75. So we're going to write this as log to the base 12 of 5 squared. That way we practice a property with the power property. And we're going to multiply that by 3. So 5 squared is 25, times 3 is 75. We're going to split it at the multiplication sign, and then we got a power, which we're going to bring down in front. So this would be 2 log the base 12 of 5 plus log the base 12 of 3. Well, if you notice up above, again, we have log the base 12 of 5 is 0.65, and log the base 12 of 3 is 0.44. So we're going to go 2 times 0.65 plus 0.44, and I'm going to type that into my calculator, and I get 1.74, and that would be the answer to this particular problem. Okay, so now let's go to the next example. Let's see if I can get the problem over here. Okay, and we're just going to do the 2 at the top. So if you see at the top, we still have log to the base 12 of 5, log to the base 12 of 3, and log to the base 12 of 18. So we can use these 3 decimals. I need a 54, and I need a 125. Well, 125 would be 5 times 5 times 5, or 5 cubed. Let's see if 54 divided by 18. Yes, 54 is 18 times 3. Okay, so using 12, 5s, and 3s, I'm going to split this. So I'm going to go log the base 12 of 18 times 3 on top over 5 cubed on the bottom. Okay, so we're going to get a sum on top. So this is going to be log. So we're going to go log. I don't know where my pen went. Okay. So log the base 12 of 18 plus, because we got a multiplication sign times 3, log the base 12 of 3. And then there's a division sign, so we're going to subtract, and we're going to go log the base 12 of 5 cubed. Now, the cubed we can erase and we can put in front of the log the base 12 of 5. So I'm going to do that. Okay, so we're now going to substitute in our decimals. So the first decimal for log the base 12 of 18 is 1.16. So we're going to put that right here. Plus log the base 12 of 3 is the 0.44. Minus 3 times the 0.65. So I'm going to type that whole entire thing into my calculator. 1.16 plus 0.44 minus 3 times 0.65, and that gives me negative 0.39, and that would be the answer for letter C. Okay, let's do the last one. So now we got 144. Well, remember we can use 12s, 3s, and 5s. So obviously 3 and 5 do not go into 144, but 12 squared does. So let's rewrite it. So you get log the base 12 of 12 squared over 45. Well, 45 would be 9 times 5. We don't have a 9, but we do have 3 squared. So it would be 3 squared, which gives me 9, times 5. Okay, we're going to expand this. So you're going to go get log the base 12 of 12, but it's squared, so we're going to bring that down in front. And then minus, and we're going to have to do parentheses because we have several things on the bottom. So we got a 2 for the power we're going to bring down in front of the 3. So the 2 comes down in front, log the base 12 of 3. Okay, we're going to make my 3 a little bit bigger. And then plus log the base 12 of 5. Okay, so now we got to fill in all those decimals. So 2, and this would be log the base 12 of 12. Well, what is log the base 12 of 12? Well, you got the 12 here and the 12 here, and if you remember, that was 1. So it's 2 times 1. Whenever the base and the number are the same, it's 1. Minus 2, and then we have log the base 12 of 3, which log the base 12 of 3 is that 0.44, plus, and then we have log the base 12 of 5, and the log the base 12 of 5 is the 0.65. Okay, so you're going to go 2 times 1 is 2, minus, so we're going to have 2 times 0.44, and then we're going to subtract 0.65. So for that part, I get 23. So 2 minus 0.23, and I get 1.77, and that would be the answer for that particular problem there. You cannot just use change of base because the decimals were given, so you must use the expand using the properties and then substitute the decimals in. Okay, I think that is it, and I think that will be all your videos.